Now, your 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast, presented by Volume Chevrolet.
Welcome back. Over in Dublin, we have a little more cloud cover overhead than what we just saw in Macon. There's definitely some rain in the vicinity. 75 degrees right now, wind out of the east-northeast at 9 miles per hour. It does not look like it's currently raining in downtown Dublin, but that could definitely change here very shortly. You do see a thunderstorm developing to the south of I-16. We got a little bit of storm activity going as well down in Wheeler and Montgomery counties, and you do see that we still have that storm as well further off to the north in Putnam, as well as over into most of that's in Greene County at this point. I do like switching over to the 3D mode so we can get a look up inside of these clouds and get a nice view of these hail cores. You see the pink that is sticking up, that is hail that's developing in the updraft of these storms. Doesn't mean it's large hail, but at least there's a little bit. There are no severe alerts on any of these storms at this moment in time, but we have seen a couple of storms get strong storm alerts, and there was one severe thunderstorm earlier in Lawrence and Johnson County that did have some hail with it as well. It's kind of like popcorn around the southeast right now. A lot of these pop-up storms going. You see a number of them are strong, but really not very many in the severe category at this point. Marginal level 1 threat does include the vast majority of us, and so far today a lot of the storms have been in northern parts of the region, so still could get more activity in our southern counties as we continue throughout the evening. Our wet spot today, that storm I mentioned that had the severe warning on it earlier in Lawrence and Johnson County, that brought in 1.5 inches for us in Wrightsville. We got about 1/3 of an inch in Milledgeville, and Spartan and Forsyth both reporting 1/10 of an inch. We'll continue to see these numbers climb some as we go through the remainder of this evening, as storms will be possible past midnight for some of us. I think that we actually could see our best chance for some of the southern counties later on, where we haven't seen those storms kind of fire off yet, and there's still a lot of unstable air to work with. 61 degrees, wind out of the east-southeast. Should be pretty calm. Yes, fog will be possible, especially for areas that get that rain for today. Should firmly be in the lower 60s, and that's where our dew points are as well. So, as mentioned, storms will remain possible into tonight, but if I did have one contradiction with this model here, I do think that in terms of overnight hour chances of the rain, odds will be a little better further south, just because conditions will likely be a little more favorable for that, given that we've already seen a lot of development in the northern counties. But as we go into our Thursday, it's going to be a lot of cloud cover tomorrow. You'll definitely want that rain gear. I wouldn't be surprised if we have storms going before 3 p.m. I know this show isn't starting then, but we'll probably start seeing them around noon or 1 and becoming more widespread throughout the supper time hours. And yes, we will likely have some that linger into our Thursday night and possibly early Friday morning as well. Now, to finish off the week on Friday, those rain chances will be a little bit lower, but I still do expect us to see some isolated, possibly scattered storm activity during the later half of the afternoon and the evening. Mosquitoes will also be ramping up heading towards the weekend. Temperatures really aren't going to be getting cooler from here, but as the more rain keeps coming in and there's more areas of standing water out there for mosquitoes to breed, we will begin to see more of those. So if you've got outdoor plans over the weekend, particularly in the evenings and the mornings, you'll want to make sure that you've got that insect repellent. But you can see we still got a decent amount more rain to go today, and then I add in tomorrow's numbers, and this is what we need to keep pollen levels low, as well as to help with drought conditions. Your extended forecast is coming up in 10 seconds. Your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast is brought to you by Volume Chevrolet. Guys, 80% for tomorrow, as the vast majority of the region will get some rain. Then Friday, we'll see how this goes. Right now, I got it tagged at 50%. Again, it's more the back half of the day. Saturday's odds could also go up. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out, but we've got a chance for rain still each of the coming 7 days.
For weather updates on the go, download the 41 NBC AccuWeather app and follow 41 NBC on Facebook and Twitter.